I'm back. It's Sunday. What time? 10:44 here in Melbourne, and just going to try and beat my personal score in a community world. So currently, I've got 23,411, and I'm actually feeling good today. I think I've played a couple of games before, and hopefully things improve. So I'll just get into it, see how it goes. I don't want any weird rounds. I don't want American Samoa. I'm not sure if I'd recognise that. Try and get a view here. So I guess this is probably Jordan, maybe. Just get that vibe. The Arabic and the Latin text, I guess that's what it is. Busidra and Al Sawilia. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I feel like a lot of Al words, Al place names in Jordan. I think the blue signage is alright. I've kind of been out of it a bit. I streamed yesterday for a couple of hours, which is good, but been a bit out of it lately. The last couple of weeks. Can't actually see these place names. Maybe I'll try north of Oman here somewhere. If I got a actually wonder if there's a road number or something here. Lebsaya. Not familiar with Lebsaya. I just plonk here. Ooh, it was actually Qatar. That's annoying. Okay. Reduce my streak to 0 and 1,600 kilometers away, so that's not great. Got 4 steps here. Some kind of criminal creeping across the crossing, which I don't actually see a crossing here. I'm not familiar with this one. I do have a link to crossing signs in Europe, which presumably this is Europe. It's got like hook poles, which could be Bulgaria. I'm not too sure. Got the blue strip on the pole, on the plate. Wow, I thought I was in good stead here today, but maybe not. Let's check some language, maybe. So we got Cyrillic. What beer are they drinking? I haven't had that one. It's probably a Russian beer, maybe. Always keen to try new beers. I feel like this pole's chunky enough to be Bulgaria. Maybe I should just plonk it somewhere. On the signage, normally I think they'd have Cyrillic and Latin text in a lot of places, like on the street signs, so not sure. There's just Cyrillic on the shop signage. I think I'll just plonk it. Actually, I got a 5k in Bulgaria just before, up here somewhere. Or was it? No, it was pretty good points though. It was near Shumyan. Nearby Kotel. Okay, so it was actually kind of on the outskirts of Plovdiv. Good to get the country though, streak of 180 kilometers away. Not a great guess, obviously. And here, this looks like set up for left-hand drive. Difficult to tell because it's like quite narrow roads here. So I guess it's probably Japan. Looks like the internet's struggling again. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm not sure about that signage either. Should probably get something heavier for my just so my mouse clicks. I don't have anything to hand at the moment. I've got a little blanket over the mouse, but looks like someone took a bit of a tighter turn here. It took out some of the barrier. That's what it's there for. I don't know. I guess Japan here. It could be Taiwan. I get those confused in these kind of rounds in the past. It's kind of overgrown rounds. You do get a lot in Taiwan. But I think it's set up for left-hand drive, so I'll just plonk somewhere south of Niigata. Okay, it was nearby Nagoya, which I've been a bunch of times to Nagoya, but didn't get the vibe there. I haven't been out in the countryside there. This is an interesting one. It's like a pineapple. I don't think it's a pineapple, but something like that. It looks a bit like it. My initial thought was Spain here. I'm not too sure why. Could certainly be Bolivia or something like that. I think these are bees. That's cool. I guess they're there to like pollinate some flowers or something. Unless they're growing honey. Growing honey? Farming honey? Sounds a bit odd when you say it like that too. Interesting. So there's no blue strip here, I don't think. This fellow looks kind of Italian or something like that. Checking on his bees. I don't know. Maybe his plates are just not up to date. I'd like it if the internet was a bit faster here. Yeah, there's no blue strip. It's kind of curious. I think the outside lines are white. Driving right, obviously. That's fairly clear. And then this signage, which should be obvious to me, but I'm not clear on it. I wonder about Italy. Again, I should have checked this car. Hang on a second. There's no blue strip. I'm not sure what to make of that. Just running some things through my head. It's like a... I'm not sure. It's very difficult. Maybe a bollard would help out. I do know some bollards, but not a huge amount. Maybe some language here. It would just resolve. Come on. That's Greek. Okay. I don't know why they don't have the blue strips on there, but this could be a Greek island, which would be problematic. It's pretty not densely populated, except for the bees. Pretty hilly though. Let's have a look and see. Could be down here, or could be near the White Mountains. Should I give that a try? They don't look that white. Are they that extensive? Probably. I'll go for nearby Horus Fakion. Didn't even attempt a Greek. Oh wow, that's amazing. I got the right island. I'm pretty happy with the island vibes there. It's a pretty big island, but yeah, 137 kilometers away, so not great. But pretty happy. 3 points. I'm glad I got that Greek language because I was not thinking Greece there. Although I guess there are probably olives there. Maybe that's what the bees were fertilizing. Here's some white flowers. I think generally the Estonia white flower thing's pretty good if you've got no other clues. Not sure about that. I don't think that's a regular bollard. Got an Airbnb here in the countryside. Interesting. It's actually some pretty old stonework here by the looks. And a chimney in the middle. I wonder if this is a house or like a farmhouse or something like that. I don't think it could be a regular house. It's got to be something to do with farming. This one lacks a roof. Solid foundations though. It's actually reconstructing here. Interesting. So somewhere, farms, white flowers and yellow flowers. More predominantly yellow flowers. Probably some language here, which would be good. Difficult to see, but definitely Europe, I would think. And now it won't resolve. Come on. There we go. It's quite difficult to see what it says there, but it's some J's and things. There's actually a long dash over the A here, so I think it actually could be Estonia. That would be wild. I think I'm going to go Estonia here. Don't know what they're growing, but or indeed what they grow in Estonia. But whereabouts? It doesn't really matter. I'll go centre-ish. Oh wow, 55 kilometres away, 4,855. That was a decent start. Pretty happy with that. Did I get? I missed a country somewhere. Oh, Jordan. For Qatar. That's annoying. I was pretty confident on Jordan, and now I've got a black screen. Yikes. I don't know why. 11 AM on a Sunday. Got fibre to the curb, NBN here, and it's just trash. So I've got a bit of a hoarder here. It's like a bakery bench mixer or something. Some interesting old machinery here. It's still hanging there washing off the trash. That's interesting. It's interesting to pick through all the different stuff they've got here. I'm not sure. This looks like definitely something for a commercial kitchen. And you've got palm trees as well. That's kind of odd. Wouldn't mind seeing the back plate of this car here. I presume it's like Europe again. Although this colouring looks like Colombia or something. But no yellow back plates, no blue strip either. Not sure about that pole. What does this say? It's a picture of an... Oh, okay. They've hung their rug to dry by the looks. Got a blue water tank on the roof here. These poles should really make it obvious, but I'm not... kind of reluctant. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. It's Uruguay. That's interesting. I wouldn't have really... I was not thinking Uruguay. Atlantida on the 11. I really get region like signs in Uruguay. On the 11, so I'm not familiar with the roads. Oh, come on. 7, 8, 24. Of course, it's going to be the hardest one to find. The 11. There's a whole bunch here. 14, 12. That's encouraging. You always get the one above and the one beneath. But never get the one you're looking for. 14. And I'm looking for 11. Here's the 11. And we're looking for Atlantida something? Atlantida on the 11. Kind of going southish. Atlantida. Wonder how much effort I'm willing to put into scanning for this. Probably not a lot. Maybe get the other name as well, that could be handy. Why is it blurred? So annoying. It's like Tapia on the 88. Here we go. Got the 11 here. I think this is the end of the 11. So if I follow it along and get the 88, this should be pretty good. Maybe I have to zoom in a bit more. 45. 79. What about this one? Nothing. And this is the extent of the 11. Oh no, it keeps going. 64. Oh no, the 11's another one of these roads which goes forever. I feel like I'm... Oh, here's 86. What was it? 88. It's got to be somewhere around here, surely. Here's the 88. Here we go. So I don't exactly know where we are, but somewhere in here, I think, nearby the Bar Lo de Lewis. There we go, 5k. I haven't got the animations on, but that's a good start. That was the first round too. This could be a follow car, I'm not too familiar. Cool vibes from the girl and her brother, I guess. Not really minding the traffic here. Driving left, I think. It's probably Uganda or Kenya. Not, surely, wouldn't there be yellow backplates? I have to rethink this. What does that van say? Precious Junior Academy, Kiplumbe. That kind of sounds Ugandan, I think. This has a yellow backplate. I wonder if I should scan for Kiplumbe. Kiplumbe? Oh my god, I can't get around the corner here. It's Kenya, okay. That's annoying, seeing the car pop up there. I think, I don't know if Uganda has the same car. Kind of hoping not. Maybe I should go nearby Kenya. Uganda. Kind of hedge a little bit. They've got hola, hello in Spanish. It's El Whack. What am I looking for? Kiplumbe or something like that. I think I'll hedge a little bit here. Here. North of Kisumu, sorry. So it was Kenya. It was a little bit further east. And I don't think that place name was actually listed, so that's convenient. They've got Turbo here as well. It's cool names. 4909. This is looking good. If I knew where Batulawan was, that would be super helpful. I do not know. But we're entering Batulawan. Driving right. Which was not my impression there. Thought we'd be driving left. That's curious. We buy green cadaver bananas. Okay. Should be obvious, I'm just not picking up on it. I've got the gymnasium, something municipal gymnasium. Picket. So speaking, what does that say? Oh, I think that says area, gymnasium area or something like that. So we've got tuk-tuks, English, bananas, green bananas specifically. Hardy Flex? I think Hardy's an Australian company, I think. Why is this not ringing any bells? Carinderia. This couldn't be the Philippines, surely. Well, they do have English. Alley Motor Repairs. These tuk-tuks alone should give it away. Man, sometimes I realise how hopeless I am at this game. It's fun, but this does not strike me as Philippines though. I need to see like a Jollibee or something. There's a lot of drying going on the street. I'm not exactly sure what they're drying. Could be pawpaw, papaya. Got a room for rent in the clothing shop. And office and school supplies. What else do I know about the Philippines? Got palms, that checks out. It's not a concrete... Is it a concrete road? It could be a concrete road. Jazz Grill and Resto. Picket Cotabato. Along National Highway. Okay, I'm gonna have to commit here. That's Cotabato. I do not know. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh. It's probably Cotabato City, I guess. Oh my gosh. It was a little way off. 50 kilometers. There's Picket. Okay. That did not give me Philippine vibes. Maybe because it's all the way south there, but that was a struggle. Like, even when they're driving left, I go, it's probably Philippines in the back of my mind, but, wow. What a I made that more of a struggle than it needed to be. I feel like Garten is something I should know. It's slipped my mind though. Well, it's German for garden, but I don't think that applies in this circumstance. Probably have to get... It's got cobblestone road, which is... That's got to be expensive to repair. They look European. How about the language? O with a double dot above it. Man, I thought I was in good stead today, but suddenly getting into it, I'm concerned. Chang's Kok, takeaway. Sichuan Mat, I guess it's a Chinese restaurant, right? Kind of like mock Tudor housing, but definitely not England. Got 4 steps. Handsome-ish man. It's got to be Norway or something, surely. I'd like to see a flag. Although I did screw up a Norwegian flag yesterday. Let's have a quick look at Norway. Dunno. There's no typical Norwegian character like the O with the dash through it, which they have in Norway and Denmark. What about... Just want to check what the streets are named in Norway. Vegan. Or veg. What does it say at the start here? Does it say veg? Not really. Trouble incoming here. Could it be Sweden? Yeah, it's probably Sweden actually. Whereabouts, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Garten. Okay. Phew. Let's see. It might be Gutenberg or Gothenburg. Let's give that a shot. It's a bit not central enough. Could be Stockholm. That would be disappointing. It was further south. It was actually nearby Denmark, which is one of my other thinkings. It was Lund. 4,403. Dropping points rapidly. 5th round. We're on the S641. Bellrex Innovations. And got a public speaker system, which is kind of annoying. S641. Presumably driving left here. In like South Africa. Warning, the Vaal sounds South African. And here's an R road. Let's check what R road it is. Oh, brilliant. The R 501 to something Froome. The R501, I should be able to locate that pretty easily. Let's have a look. Famous last words. Surely they've got R roads. Oh no. At this zoom it's going to be... Here's the 505. At this zoom it's going to be difficult. What was the other road here? I'm sure they had another road. Which is smaller, so S641. Great. So this is the 502. The 504. It's the same situation. Where's the 501? I wonder if I should zoom out and look for these place names, which I can't quite make out. The sign is absolutely cooked. I can't read that first letter. Something... Chetstrom or Chefstrom? Maybe I should look for the 501. There's the 503, 502, sure the 501's over here. Here's the 500. Here's the 501. Oh, Potchefstroom, okay. And the other road I've already forgotten was the S something something. Gotta try and retain some information at some point. 641. If the S roads show up, if not, then I'll just plonk it here somewhere. Don't see anything yet. Maybe we should have a look around and see if there's a rail track or something like that. Wow, the 501's kind of long again. What else is there? Let's have a look. Okay. I think that's Pontersdorf or something like that. Scandinavia Drift. And the 501, of course, continues down here. Should end, maybe it ends here. Somewhere. Ponton something Sloon? I'm not sure. It's not as far as Johannesburg. So still on the 501 here. I think it ends here. Oh yeah, Potchefstroom. And something, oh my god, my mind's not in it. Somewhere here, okay, let's just plonk it there. Maybe this was the other place, I'm not too sure. So it was 67 kilometers away. What was the result? 24,001. Okay, straight away. Second game, improved my score. 24,001. I don't know if a 25k is achievable for me on this one. I'll give it a shot. Driving left here in Thailand. I think Thailand's a bit problematic for like 5k'ing. I'm not confident of major points here. Unless it's in the capital, or there's some English, which there isn't. I'm not actually sure, short of learning Thai language, or doing a deep dive on place names and stuff like that, how achievable a good guess in Thailand is. I don't know. It's kind of a road going north-ish, south-ish in Thailand. A major road, so somewhere here. And Thailand has this bit down here which is kind of annoying as well. I'll just plonk there, and it was further down. We were on the 4. I was on the 117. Okay, 290 kilometers away. Already lost my best score, I think. Just about. I can afford to drop another 200 points, which seems pretty likely here. Especially if the internet doesn't play along. Thailand again, oh my god. I think? Or is this, no, it's gotta be Thailand. I suddenly thought it might be Laos. Ban Mai Lan and Ban Pang Cam. And yet, it's kind of in the mountains a bit. Well, it's hilly anyway. Maybe I should have it. That looks like a mountain. Yeah, there's quite a lot of mountains. Maybe it is down here, nearby this national park. I think it's Thai. I hope it's not Lao. It's starting to lose my confidence now. Maybe it is Lao. Hang on a second. Go back to the start. Okay, focus. Because I think Lao has the eyebrows on the language here. Yeah, maybe that's it. And they've got a bunch of bands, that's better. So I've got Ban Pang Cam. So there's a bunch of bands here, but it's probably widespread. Yeah, it is. So I could scan for it. The Dear Leader, hello, how you doing? How are things in the north? Oh no, I'm gonna have to plonk here. Somewhere in Laos. Don't often get Ban My Land. I don't often get Lao rounds. Maybe a centre plonk here. Oh my gosh, it was not Laos. Like I say, I don't often get Lao rounds. Man, I've still got a struggle telling between Thai and Lao. Kind of a good guess for not being in the right country. I've got the vibes. This is probably India, I would think. I don't know what my rank or ELO is. I can check after this, I think. Yeah, the round before was in Thailand, and I was thinking, without knowing Thai, it's kind of yeah, without knowing Thai, it's kind of difficult, because I often don't have like English translations on the street signs or anything like that, which is certainly there. It's their prerogative, but I've got no idea. Nice sunset. I know it's India, but in terms of where, Next gen school. It's predominantly English here. I'm not sure what that would mean in India. I hope it's, yeah, it should be India with the telegraph poles. Pretty distinctive. I think there's actually a sign up here. English is one of the official languages. What is this cam? It's the shit cam in India, I think. It's kind of better than most. And my internet's not playing along, so it's hazy as heck. Here we go, nearly at the sign. There's a buffalo right in the middle of the road. Oh, a whole bunch of them. Cows, I guess. Well, cows have right of way. Come on, just want to get to the sign and hopefully see something I recognise. So, Hyderabad, that should be... I don't exactly know where Hyderabad is, but it should be fairly obvious, I would think. If you can point me towards Hyderabad, I'd be most grateful. So New Delhi, I never check the... I've got to check the borders as well. I think just a road on the way to Hyderabad would be enough for me. How much? 7 minutes. I don't want to scan for 7 minutes. So, starting at the north. No. I thought it was somewhere in the north. Meerut. Look now. It's got to be one of the bigger ones, surely. Purina. No, Purnia. Cuttack. No. Nagpur. There's a bad over here. Ahmedabad. Surely it's somewhere around here. Jodhpur I thought would have been bigger. Jaipur is bigger. Mumbai. Here's Hyderabad. Nice. And I wonder if I can find Devarakonda. I don't see it. Maybe I should just plonk. How far from Hyderabad could it be? It could be miles away. So Hyderabad is to the east. Man, India is so heavily populated. I think I'll just go here. Ooh, 144 kilometers away, not too bad. It's actually south of Hyderabad. Okay. I mean, the further you zoom, the more and more towns there are. It's like impossibly hard. Sometimes the language is helpful, or like Leela. Well, the south I think's a bit distinctive nearby the beach. Not that I'd 100% get it, but it's Europe. That checks out. But I think with a lot of palm trees and stuff like that in the south of India. Bangladesh, India is sometimes a bit of a toss-up, but I'm getting better at that. Not exactly sure. Yellow signage is interesting. Kind of like fluoro yellow chevrons with red. I think I need a bollard or some language or something. Even though European languages I'm not super good on. What's my impression here? I should probably be looking at the poles. Is it a well? It could be a well. Or a ticket office. So what about this pole? No, I don't think that's typical. I probably shouldn't be looking at that. Got a bicycle, but I don't think it couldn't be the Netherlands. The internet's fighting. I'm fighting against the internet here. So we're in Leela by the looks of it, but I don't know what to make of that. Here's a playground. Let's check out the playground. They got their classic old slide, which gets superheated in the sun. They've got a. If you've got friends, it's good to have a whirly thing like this. I don't know what they call it. Got a seesaw, which I think is on the way out. You don't see many seesaws these days, and a plastic slide as well. 2 swings. It's pretty average. I'll give that a 6. It's on grass though. I'll give it a 6.5. Excuse me. The kids store, toy store, maybe a general store. Got a lot of toys though, balls and toys, mostly toys I guess. Some hoodlums. The bins are probably telling, but I'm not too sure. And I've got these. I don't think that tells me too much. Stylized mushrooms, kind of. So all I know so far is we're in Leela, somewhere in Europe. They've got Jesus here. Here's some language, maybe that will be helpful. Ooh, I can't read that. A new build. It's like a cool shed out the back. Got a church. It doesn't narrow it down. Square concrete poles, I'm not too sure what to make of that. And now I'm going backwards. It's not Romania. Shouldn't be. I don't think it's Bulgaria. I don't think it's Italy or France or Spain. I don't think it's Czechia or Slovakia. Although if we got a bollard that would be kind of helpful. Probably blasting past like a million clues here. So these are round concrete poles. A tractor. Let's see what brand we've got here. Zetor G32D. I'm not familiar with it. But these crops, I don't know, I'm going to have to plonk like Eastern Europe here somewhere. Hungary, what about Hungary? I don't often get Hungary and I always get it wrong, so let's go. Actually, can we see Leela? That would be helpful. Gjor? No. Eager? No. Okay, it wasn't Hungary. It was actually Croatia. I struggle with Croatia a bit. 251 kilometers away. Corner Corral. Surely this is the US, right? Or Canada, maybe. Yellow center lines, driving right. I think there's actually a... ooh, interesting. I'm not familiar with this. It says the US. Lost Creek Supply. Does that say... No. I thought it might have said Texas there, but... Kansas. Kensington, Kansas. This I'm not familiar with. That's wild. Kind of cool. I like it. On the 36th and the 248 in Kansas. Can I locate Kansas? I can. So we had the 36, which I think should be one of these shielded roads, right? Take your time, dear leader. I'm not going to break any records in the meantime. You're not missing anything special. So the lazy Sunday stream here. 36, and I think it was Kensington. Kennington or something? Brookfield. What was the other one? 248. Am I going to be able to get that? Probably not. Scandia, Mankato, Lebanon. McDonald, Bird City, that's cool. What was it? 248. Got the 385. That is Denver. So we're not in Denver. Last chance. Cope. I live in Cope. That's fairly accurate. I'm not sure. Somewhere around the 36 here. I think this is the correct 36. You're never quite sure in the US. Smith Center. 181. 183. 283. Where's the 248? Vexing. I'll go around here somewhere. Oh my gosh. 3.1 kilometers. Nearby the Rusty Tractor Cafe. I'm kind of curious. This Rusty Tractor. Kansas? 4.5 stars. Wow. A steak and mashed potatoes at a cafe. That's a cool place. It's got a NASCAR in there. This is not what I was expecting. I was expecting something more rustic. It's kind of high end. I thought these were sausages. Okay. Just quickly check the reviews. Get the worst ones. Let's see what troubles are there. A year ago we waited for an hour. Waited over an hour for our to-go order. I can't even read today. The staff had no reason as to why the food wasn't ready. When we called our order in, we were told it would be ready within 20 minutes. There was hardly another people dining. No wonder I can't read, they can't write. There was hardly another people dining in. Once we got our food, the portions were small. Well, that's not what's advertised, certainly. The portions were small and the hamburgers were burnt to a crisp. We'll not be dining there again and would not recommend to anyone. This has happened multiple times. I wish they'd react. I like when the restaurant reacts. We go to eat at the Rusty at least ounce a weekend, and they changed managers, and the new KNEW manager is rude and yelling at employees in front of customers. We really liked Alyssa, too bad she moved on or whatever. Hopefully they can find a good replacement for her, because the new KNEW one, Tiffany, should not be in that position. Food was the same as always. A year ago. Mixed reviews. Generally pretty good though. The photos are good. 22159. Country streak of 1. Don't know how that happened. Yeah. It was Croatia. Did me. Driving right here with yellow backplates. It's kind of an odd yellow though. It's not like a typical yellow, I wouldn't think. Hang on, that's a Colombian cross. So it's the Colombian yellow, it's just a bit washed out. Colombia is a country I'd like to be better at. It's probably my favourite or second favourite country I've visited. Not that I've visited a huge amount, but it's the right mix of danger and fun. We've got a bunch of mountains here, which is not untypical of Colombia, but I guess it's somewhere up here, south of Bogota. How about that? Pretty good. 246 kilometers, could be better. It was north of Bogota, near Yopal, or Tunja. I've been to Tunja. I don't remember anything about it, so... La Chicken Pita. And then you've got Spanish. It's for sale. The Chicken Pita is for sale. Driving right. Yellow center line. It's going to be something weird, I can tell. They've got dollars here. But not US dollars. It's like Ecuador. Actually, no. Ecuador uses US dollars. Whatever it was for sale there, I don't think it could be US dollars. San Juan. Tsunami zone. Interesting. Just wanted to check. They've got McDonald's. It's like Puerto Rico or something like that. Can't quite read that. Surely Puerto Rico uses US dollars. Or I think, oh man, something I've got to remember is whether, I think the Dominican Republic drives left, but I'm not too sure. I haven't maximised the seating here on the bus shelter. Needs a bit of a clean. I don't know, uninspiring. I'll give that a 5. I like to see something unique with bus shelters. It's a city's opportunity to shine. Jurassic World. Definitely speaking Spanish and got some US elements. A lot of palms. I wonder what they're selling at the McDonald's, if they've got any special menus. Cabo Rojo, San Juan. I think maybe I should just check. Oops. For Cabo Rojo. I think San Juan should be fine, right? San Juan is kind of north. If I could find Cabo Rojo, that would be super. Arecibo. Don't really see it. I'll just go somewhere around here. Hopefully it's the right country. Oh my gosh, it's miles away. 117 kilometers away. I guess San Juan's the capital, so they're always going to advertise that. Here's the beach, La Playa. And Bunny Spot. Kind of curious about that too. It's a Sunday, I've got the time. I'm curious about Bunny Spot. Puerto Rico. I don't know. I was expecting more. It's just it's a nice beach for sure. But say nothing special. That would never be me, I would hope. Problem is my wife's like Vietnamese, so I do get co-opted into some cringy photos nowadays. It's a horse? Sleepy horse? I don't know. I thought it was going to be exciting with the Bunny Spot, but now we know. Pandaria Snuffies. There's a lot. I won't go down that rabbit hole. It's interesting. I don't actually know what you call that. It's not a minaret, surely. Just want to see this language here. White lines, palm trees. Karajan, Sabah. I think this has got to be. This says Balai Polis, not Bali. Got a public phone outside the police station. That's. I guess I've never seen that before. Kind of interesting. Actually, I wonder. Because I spent the last 9 months in Vietnam, but I never noticed any public phones, which they don't have coins, so presumably. Tambuan, St. Teresa's Catholic Church. I think this has got to be Indonesia, surely. Oh my gosh. Come on, internet. It's like Sunday. I've got nothing better to do, really. Sabah. I'm not too sure. I don't think it's Kalimantan. It's probably could be a smaller island out here. I'm not going to risk it. I'll go here. Oh, it was Indonesia. Malaysia, sorry. Tambunan. Man, that was a bad vibe. Don't know how I still screw those up. Wave, I should know by now. I have no idea. Republic of Senegal. Would I have got that without? Probably with the redness and the dryness, I would have got Senegal. But I don't see the typical poles here, which is concerning. Driving right. Man, there's a cool couple. I think there's a child on the back too. Oh, there's the pole. Okay. Did we lose the cart? We did. Okay, that's a shame. I wanted to see on the back of the cart. I think there's a child up the back here. That's the life. A bit dusty, but still. The air on your face, the open road, some long-legged goats, and this possible dog or sheep. Actually, it probably said, no, it just said Republic of Senegal. It probably says where we are here, but pretty lazy, so I'm just going to drop it somewhere in the dry area. West of Dakar, nearby Touba. 79 kilometres, that was okay. It was actually a lot closer. We were in Bambi. There'd be a temptation to name your goat Bambi. So somewhere back in Europe again, I'd guess. What's this fellow got? We've lost him. Okay, he's converted his tractor into a motorbike, I think. That's pretty cool. It's got a stop sign, which is pretty typical, I think. And this could be useful. I'm losing my confidence in Europe. Nevada. Got some J's in there. Elimbijada, I think it says. And I don't know why. And there's a flag up the top here too. It doesn't ring a bell. Flags, something for research. Horrible. Man, why do I suck at Europe suddenly? I mean, I was never good, but I had more confidence before. Now I'm lacking confidence. See, the yellow signage should be a giveaway. It's like Finland or Norway or something. No. It's like Czechia. Ljubljana. It's like a... What does it say? Cesta. Concerning. I'd like to see a bollard. I've lost all confidence in my ability. The yellow signage should be a giveaway. 5 steps on the crossing. Detached head. Just go out of town a little bit. It's like Bulgaria? Surely not. It's Croatia again. I'm unsure. Gonna have to do something. This like a substation or something, reminds me of Bulgaria, but I don't think it could be Bulgaria based on the signage. Horrible. Just completely lost my confidence. I think I'm gonna go, shouldn't be Slovenia, I don't think. It could be. It's always Slovenia. Maybe I should go Slovenia. A bit of a hedge towards Hungary. Okay, it was. Wow. Oh, that's right, that's the capital. I thought it looked familiar. Oh my god. Oh god. My brain. 20,690. Shocking. It'll all click eventually. It's just like, it's all rattling around in there. Polvillas. It's kind of annoying that it's Mexico, surely. Check out this police station. I've never done a police station review before, but this one has piqued my interest. It's the municipal police. That is a fine piece of architecture. I guess they got this like a control tower bay window kind of thing at the top here to scan for crimes. You can scan for crimes on this fairly desolate road. And then they got the offices down. Is this 2 stories? That would be a surprise. It doesn't look that tall. Maybe there's a lower window so you can scan for crimes down low and then up high as well. It's a very cool building. I'm going to give that, I don't know, like a 9. What do you... It's unattended, I guess, unless they park their car somewhere else. I should probably check for Polvillas. I think this is probably Mexico. I think the bollards are... Although you don't really see bollards much in Mexico, but... What are they growing? Cane, I guess. San Isidro. It's got another interesting piece of architecture up the back here. And some gauchos. What about the centre line is yellow, I think, yeah. And a cactus. Or prickly pear, I'm not sure. It's probably a kind of cactus. It's very green. Polvillas I'm not familiar with. San Isidro I'm not familiar with, so I'm going to have to just plonk it here. I don't think it's Yucatan Campeche. I'll go nearby the coast here. Actually, more closer to... are those mountains? Oh, here, nearby Leon. Okay. It's actually closer to Mexico City, but 136 kilometers, that's better than I deserve. And then we've got, that's Cambodian, is it? I think so. I think that's the Cambodian flag. Some commune. I wonder if they've translated that right. There's Cambodia beer sign, just in case. I've had plenty of those in Cambodia. Even though I think I've only been there once or twice. Oh, actually I've been there a few times. Day trips to get my visa renewed. So, I've got place names here, which I can't read. On the 78 and the 76, this could be good. And Phnom Penh's on the 78 going kind of south. Where do they put Cambodia? Over here. Phnom Penh on the '78, and then there's a turning for the 76. So 71, 73. This is turning out to be a bit more difficult than I thought. Just looking for the 76 or the 78. 70, 71. thought it'd just show up really easily. 73, 72. We could be miles from Phnom Penh, of course. Got to consider, here's the 78A. 76 and the 78. Where's this commune? How far from the intersection was the seed? Pretty sure that's the intersection there. So we've kind of to the south of it a little bit. Here's the commune. Where was the commune? Was right here. Could have 5k. That would be amazing. That's the office. It's like here. 39 meters. How's it 39 meters away? That's outrageous. Okay, that's fine. 5k'd anyway. Spat a little bit in my surprise. This could be Bulgaria. Just based on the chunky pole. I'd like to see the top of the pole. Does it have hooks? Not really, but it is pretty chunky. And then we've got this weedy pole out of wood. It's an interesting paint pattern there. Looks like a DIY job. Just gotta check my phone, make sure nothing's going on. Okay, they've got the concepts of... They collect the rubbish. Well, they have a receptacle to collect the rubbish. The next step is to actually collect the rubbish from the receptacle. This looks like a hook. Yeah, it could be Bulgaria. And here's some place names. Breznik, I'm not familiar with. I wonder if I should do a quick scan. It looks like a small town, so I'm not sure I'll be able to pick it up. What was it? I've already forgotten. Breznik, okay. Bulgaria, Breznik. I feel like I'm going to have to zoom in a little further. After that 5k, I'm kind of keen to do well in Bulgaria here, but I feel like it's a smaller town than it's going to show up at this zoom. Popovo. Borovan? No. Bhutan? I had a Bhutan round when I was just noodling around this morning. Roman? I don't know. I don't really see it. Well, I don't see it at all. So, a nice centre plonk here should be fine. 149 kilometres away. Yeah, I don't really see it. Was that it? I'm not sure, I can't even remember what it was called. Not to worry. Next. Turkey. I feel like generally I'm improving, regionally I'm not improving. And Europe's screwing me up. I was lucky to get that Slovenia before. And it was not at all Bapha. Actually, does it have a phone number here? 08. I don't like the look of that. 06 is nothing. I was looking for a 2, 3 or 4. Or a 5, I think it's nearby Istanbul. I don't think it's in Plonket, but I've had a couple of 5s near Istanbul. Got the Commerce Bank. I guess that's a cafe. So I did have a place name, I should probably just look on that. What is this? It's a Bulgarian flag, presumably. Sorry, that's... Why did I say Bulgaria? Are we in Bulgaria? There's a .bg. Man, I did not get enough sleep last night. We're in Bulgaria. Did I say Turkey? There's a minaret. It says stop. Oh my god, that was an amazing save. In Bulgaria again. I just saw the minaret and thought, yep, Turkey. And then identified the Bulgarian flag, even though I was thinking of Turkey. And now I've lost that place name. Anyway, that's fine. I'll just plonk it somewhere again in Bulgaria. I've already scanned Bulgaria and I don't remember seeing that place, so... I don't actually know what happened there. I'm going to have to review the tape on that because I feel like my brain escaped my head there for a little bit. Anyway, this is an interesting poll. Writing on the right hand side, there's a massive house there. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Check out this little shop. It's got peanuts, I think. A bunch of snacks anyway. What are they drinking? I'm not familiar with either of these. So, I need some more clues. Where are we going here? Dropping right, there's a... It's like, could it be the Philippines again? Again, this does not look like the Philippines to me. Something just happened there. I was looking for this here. Actually, it's Cambodia again or something. Or Laos, I guess. They should both be driving right, I think. Just want to get a nice clean look at the language. I don't know, is that Laotian? I've been to Laos, but I don't really have a recollection of anything about it. Shouldn't be Thai. I think there's some letters missing there. I'm going to guess this is Laos. I'm not 100% confident. Unfortunately, it's quite a long country. Let's guess north of Vientiane. It was Cambodia again. God. Other than that, that was probably a pretty good round. Pretty good game. 4-6, 5k. Yeah, 3-6 at the end there. It could have been an easy 23. I kind of bailed on that last one. That's interesting. They've got a trash platform. I've not seen that before, I don't think. Political posters. Is this, Yahur Kaka. I know Spanish, and Kaka's an interesting choice in a place name. Is this a concrete road? Is this the Philippines? Oh God, yellow backplate, it's probably Colombia again. Or Guatemala. Yikes. Pretty sure this motorbike had yellow backplates. Yeah, it did. Got these cement blocks, which is kind of interesting. Hauling leaves, very good. This doesn't have a Maybe it doesn't have a backplate at all. I think that's a Colombian cross here. It's kind of an odd Colombia, I think. Don't know what to make of it. It's got these palms here, so maybe it's close to the water. The basketball court was unexpected. I'm gonna guess somewhere up nearby Cartagena or something like that. In Colombia. Kind of flat, that looks kind of good. Here. Oh my gosh, it was on the tri-country border. Leticia, nearby an airport, which I was not expecting. And that's the Amazon River there. That's wild. I couldn't have made a worse guess. I could barely have made a worse guess there. I guess that was like Amazonian palms. Right on the border with Peru and Brazil. What an interesting place. I thought there was something weird about it anyway. It did seem unusual. Some spine-shattering potholes there. This is the kind of round I certainly struggle with. Road quality's not great. There's no infrastructure. What am I going to do? I don't know foliage. Maybe I should fast travel, and I feel like I'm getting further away from anything helpful here. If there's a road, there's got to be something at the end of it, right? Here's a car. Yikes, I was not expecting a car. It's Europe. And a couple of dogs just randomly. There's got to be something coming up. There's got to be a house or something here, surely. Where are the owners? This is the worst way to go. I don't know why I chose going this way. Now I've stuck to it like an idiot. Is that something? I'm not sure. I think it's something on the camera. It looked like it might be not a ski lift exactly, but a something. But I think it's just dirt on the camera. We've got these retaining walls, which seem quite expensive for what seems to be the middle of nowhere. I don't know why humans didn't just pick a few spots to live and then just put a few roads between them, but some people have got to live out in the middle of nowhere. There's an old truck here. There's a little bit of traffic along this road, so presumably I'll get to something eventually. 7 minutes, I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'll just plonk this in Montenegro or something. North Macedonia, I've no clue. Okay, if something doesn't come up right now, I'm just going to plonk this somewhere. Is there water? I don't know. Not Bosnia, that would be a bad guess. I'm going to go North Macedonia somewhere. Who's Romania? I don't care. That's fine. I'm not actually sure if North Macedonia even has European plates. Probably, I think. It's a tyre centre. Oh, motor repairs, I guess. That's interesting. They say vulcanise, which you see a lot in Spanish, but then there's English here. Overhaul, change oil, tune up, wiring, and Neville. I'm not sure what Neville is. Driving right here. But then this is the Philippines, maybe. Agno Public Market. I'm not familiar with Agno. wonder if we should just plonk this or whether I should make an effort. So following this fellow, I wonder if this is a smaller island actually. It's just got some odd vibes. Shell advances available there. Got some spare parts for a tuk-tuk. Rivera agricultural supply. Creme Day. Celebrate birthdays. It only comes once a year. That seems like the worst sales tactic. Is like, buy this once a year. Chooks to go. Hello. Now I'm interested. Where did it go? It's got a C with chicken feet. Very interesting. Oh, here we go. Do I know any of these places? Tupa. Magsaysay. I think this has got to be an island somewhere, a smaller island. What can I scan for? Dangly? Tupa. Surely Tupa. That's going to show up. I think it's got to be smaller than this island. Maybe this is a good choice. I'm going to go for it. Not too close to the water, but a major road. Got Taft. President Taft fans. Oh wow, it's just north of Manila. Well, north west. 753 kilometers away. Shocking. Well, that's disappointing, but at least I got the country right. Gaining my confidence until in God we trust, divine mercy. You don't like to see that on a tuk-tuk. In the driver we trust, surely. There's a high school somewhere down there. Jane Wayne's Bake Shop. Brought to you by Mountain Dew. Go to King Restaurant. What beer are they drinking? There's a lot of Mountain Dew advertising here. I think I've had Mountain Dew once, like probably 30 years ago. Got the acoustic bar. I think this Tendui, it doesn't say it here, but it's like the #1 whiskey in the world or something, made in the Philippines. And I was doubting it, but then I looked on Wikipedia and it seems to check out. It's like the #1 whiskey in the world. Seems highly unlikely. I'm not gonna risk it this time. I'm gonna go south of Manila. Oh god, fine. Disappointing. It's always like that. Liqui Moly? Some Asian characters across the top here. I guess this is like interesting. I'm guessing this is not Japan for certain. We're nearby the Eastern Mall. Interesting. I thought this might be Taiwan, but I'm thinking it's actually Malaysia. Based on the Berhenti there. I wonder if this is actually interesting. It's seem to have a lot of Patronus. Okay, that's why. I thought it was some sewing company which I'd seen around. There's the KFG. See? Eastern Mall. I'm actually thinking this is probably Sarawak. I don't know that for sure, but I just get the vibe. Doesn't look like my impression of mainland Malaysia, but I've been known to be wrong before. Kind of hoping. I wonder. Eastern Mall sounds kind of important. Like it's probably Syrian Christmas Festival. Community Syrian. I don't know if Syrian's a place. I don't think so. It's probably a community. Ah, damn. You don't often see Faber-Castell. I think they're pencils, are they not? You don't often see Faber-Castell advertisements. Bus shelter review. Lots of seating, which is good. There's rail so you can haul yourself up when the bus comes. That's nice. I think this is a bin, but it's a bit overgrown. So people have just dumped the trash anywhere. I don't care for it. Looks like a fabric roof. I think it's actually corrugated iron, but it looks like fabric. I'm going to give that a 5. A little grubby. So, okay. What's the capital? It's maybe Kuching would have the Eastern Mall. Go to Malaysian China Friendship Park? Kuching Mall. Is it in the east? This is in the west. Maybe it's all the way over east here. Sandakan. Agnes Keith House. I don't know. I think it's too small for the Eastern Mall. There's, what do we have? KFC. F and Nachos Burger. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to commit. I'm going to commit here. I'll go Kuching. I don't think it is, but there's a Patronus. There's probably a million of them, so that's probably a bad. I thought it said human zoo, but it's Tumbina Zoo. I don't know. I'm not ruling out Bintulu, but it was south of Kuching. Everfresh mini market nearby. Don't think the Eastern Mall actually showed up all that well. I'm glad I got that I went with Sarawak there because it was 17,584. Okie dokie. Now this could be Japan. Yellow plates. Presumably Japanese language. And whereabouts? Wow. Got a good selection of drinks here. Just looking for... That's interesting. I think that's a cigarette vending machine, which you don't see much anymore. Well, last time I was in Japan. And beer also is kind of losing favour because you have to have ID, like a special card and stuff, to prove you're over 18, I think, in Japan. I remember, like, early on, the first time I went to Japan years and years ago, they had, like, the litre Asahis in a vending machine, and unfortunately, you didn't require ID or anything, but I think they were sold out. I went to buy one from a vending machine, and it wouldn't dispense it, so that was disappointing. I think they probably phased out the litre Asahis from vending machines. And I think alcoholic drinks in general, and cigarettes, I think they've phased out. So I guess this is maybe somewhere remote. Certainly seems it. I don't think this is downtown Tokyo. 100% confident. More drying. Again, I have no idea what. Something orange and some brownish things. There might be a road number here. It's the children playing. Children crossing. Blanket drying day. It's a cool truck. It's like a general store in a truck. I think he's selling vegetables as well. That is cool. Oh, I haven't seen that before. Here's a cute little children crossing. Looks temporary. Very cute. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of pole meta now which I don't know about. Which I could kind of look at Plonket, but I feel like that's a bit cheaty. He's a little boy. Very cool. I think that road directional sign didn't have any numbers or anything. I don't know what to do here in terms of where. I'm always way off in terms of vibes. I feel like this is kind of north of Tokyo, but it's probably all the way south. I feel like it's somewhere around here. Yeah, it's always that. If I'd gone Mie Prefecture, it would have been somewhere else. They always screw me in Japan. Another country I'd like to get better at. Colombia and Japan, my two favourite countries. New Zealand here, I guess. Another country I've got no vibes on, but unless this is Australia. I just thought this looked New Zealand. It's very Australian looking New Zealand if it is New Zealand. Let's check this bollard. No, it is Australia. Okay. I have to focus. This is my home country. Time to shine. New Zealand obviously does look colder most of the time. I hate getting Australia. I hate sucking at my home country. Normally I'll pick somewhere in Queensland because that's where I grew up, and it's actually like central Victoria, which is right nearby where I live now, or just north of Melbourne or something like that. I feel like this is not the way to go. I want to go a school zone. Something odd about this, I wouldn't say this is Queensland, so it inevitably would be. Just want to get to a main road. Good thing about Australia is normally, if you can get to a main road, it'll definitely have signage, and at least you'll get a town name. Which is the major road here? This railway crossing is not familiar to me. I doubt that's Queensland. This pole is really odd. I started like watching Zigzag's Guessing Australia video. It just got very boring for me. I just like, yeah, I know that, but like missed a whole bunch of, not that Zigzag's boring. It's just like, I think other countries are a lot more interesting than your own most of the time. This train sign is very odd. I want to look at this, some kind of monument. Where is it? Here, okay. Curious what this says. Welcome to Sea Lake. Heart of the Mallee. Uh-oh. Home of the Mallee Rally. I don't know where Mallee is. It's like New South Wales, maybe. Mallee Fowls. Hang on. Gosh. What's with these poles? There's no black at the base of the bollards. I hope this is not Western Australia. I think Mallee's a region rather than normally a place. I'm not 100% sure on that. Is it Victoria? Maybe. I'm gonna have to go for a plonk here. I know there's a Mallee fowl. I just not sure what that means. Mallee is like low grass, I think. Like low grass, scrub kind of thing. I'll go north of Wagga Wagga. Okay. That is not great. Here's Sea Lake. I'd forgotten it was Sea Lake, but what does Mallee mean? I think it's like land with short grass. Mali. Is that how you spell it? Meaning. Not game. Oh my gosh, I can't even spell Mali. Any of the various species of eucalypts or trees with growth habits similar to one of these trees is also used for a phrase to fit as a Mali bull. Oh yeah. Double L double E. Okay. Yeah. Term is widely used for trees with this growth habit across southern Australia in states Western Australia, South Australia, New South Wales, blah blah blah. I don't know. I thought it referred to short grass, but apparently it refers to like 3,886, like eucalypt tree. Kind of. Hey, this is a cool bus stop. I guess like the Australian bush is Mali, basically. I think is what they're on about there. It's actually got the bus sign here, which I like. It's a nice wood look. Kind of almost Alpine. Is there a door in the back? Surely not. I think it's just like a panel to let light through. They have not maximised the seating. I like the signage on it. I don't think there's a timetable, and I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a bin, which is good. I think they've got the bin, which is built into the wall. It is, so you can access it from inside or outside. That's a nice touch. I haven't seen that before. So that's points for that. Otherwise, it's kind of a nice look. Not very practical. I'm going to give that a 7. That's fair. I think that's fair. 7 points for that one. It's kind of a nice look. If there was more seating and, I don't know, a little bigger, then I would certainly give it more points there. Herophos, Kajerka Not entirely sure. It's the ominous black house on the ridge here. It's Europe. I'll give it that. It's like a French flag here. I don't think it could be France, should it? Could it? I don't think so. I thought could be. Don't know. I don't want to admit it out loud, but I thought maybe Sweden or something like that. There's a lake, some speedboats, a cemetery. Just thinking about those town names, they kind of definitely sound German. Is that Norwegian flag? I think it is. I don't think those town... Yeah, okay, green plate, I think that's Norway. On commercial vehicles. That I heard like, I don't know, yonks ago. I've never seen it actually live and around. I think someone pointed it out on stream one time. And it hasn't come up since. So, I don't know what to do here. There's a small lake that's not going to be identifiable. Kind of go fairly south. It doesn't look too far north. It's very rocky. What an odd place. Kind of an odd place, I would think. Here. Okay, it was all the way south. Certainly got southern vibes, but I didn't think that far south. It's kind of north of Christiania land. No. Christian Sand. This is somewhere in Copenhagen, Christiania? Like a hippie enclave? I don't know why I said hippie like that, I'm not being dismissive. So this sun's here to the west, that's not helpful. Let's have a look at this sign. It says La Pampa, I think. Which is surely Argentina. I don't exactly know what part of Argentina is La Pampa, but hopefully it doesn't extend to Chile as well. Don't know if I'm going to get much else to go on here. Except this trash. So, I don't know, I'm just going to plonk it somewhere. What random one? After this, I've got to take a whiz. I'm busting. I had a bunch of coffee this morning to wake up. La Pampa province, that seems fine. Fine. Bunch of sheep. This could be. I mean, sheep is typically Australia, but I don't know about this mountainy hill thing here. Where are the sheep going? Where did they come from? I feel like they're loose. I'm gonna... With the sheep there, it's got to be Australia, surely. Not 100%, but it's very flat here. I don't know. I'll go southern Queensland. Oh, yikes. Moving on. Okay, going to take a quick break. Go to the bathroom. I will be back. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's frustrating sometimes, but also a lot of fun. I'm back. So 16,000 going backwards. Got my personal best on this Community World. I think the second game today is 24,001. I'll try and improve on that. This mile marker D90. feel like I should know the mile marker by now. Short outside white dashes. And a whole bunch of planes have been across the top there. Got contrails. This is Spain. Some dramatic mountains back there. Oh, I thought this was a sign, but it's actually like some very vivid yellow flowers. I don't know about these short outside dashes for Spain. I'd like to see some language. I think the chevron with the blue and white checks out for Spain. A bollard would be helpful. A car just to prove it's Europe would be great. I don't know, there's nothing much going on. Here's some cars. It's an odd one here. Can't really see the plate, but I wonder what they're up to. Something going on. And the foliage I'm not familiar with. Something coming up here. Stop. Why would it say stop in English? Here's some more signage. This will be helpful, I hope. It's like French signage. This couldn't be Canada, surely. It says stop, which would be French. This looks like French signage. Do they have a D90? Or a D71? What's comps? Man, this is not like any France I'm familiar with. Let's check out this sign. Why the English? I don't understand the English. I understand the stop sign, which is a French thing. Garage Cortez and Phil's. Comps to Arteby. Just gonna check France and see if it's got these D roads. Yeah, I don't think so. It couldn't be Switzerland. I'm confused. Got E roads. Yeah, they do have D roads. D70. What was the one I was looking for? I think it was the D90 and also the D. This is a lot drier and odder than I've seen in France, to the best of my memory, which is not a great memory. I wasn't blessed with a great memory, but I don't recall seeing anything like this before. Why blur that bit? That's the bit I want to see. So I think it was the 71 or something. Yeah, D71. And I pinpointed the D70 straight away. Surely the D71 is miles away from the D70. It's normally the way it works. The D67 nearby. The 971. I think this is also the D90. Wonder if I should look for comps. I feel like that's going to be as painful as looking for the D71. Oh, the D70 is really long too. Naturally. That's why it shows up, I guess, but... $73, hello. It's got to be somewhere around here, surely. just once. Well, it does sometimes happen, but just once I'd like to just zone in straight on the road that I'm looking for. .75 and the 73 was that way. 71's all the way across the top there. What am I going to do? I'm going to plonk it here. Okay, I definitely wasn't looking that far. Should have maybe looked for some mountains. These are the mountains, I guess. 320 kilometres away, and there's the D71, clear as anything. Was the 90 there, I think? Yeah, the D90 as well. Nearby the campsite. Very good. This could be Italy. Or Sardinia. I think Sardinia has a lot of rock walls. That's my impression. Either, what is it? Bari, I think, has rock walls, and I think Sardinia has rock walls as well. I've got to try and see if this has island vibes. Probably should have checked that sign. Is that Croatian flag? I think so. It could be. This is not like my impression of Croatia either. Man, should I make a fool of myself and just plonk this in Croatia? Maybe. I can't actually remember if... What is this? A cow? Oh, it's a skiddy road. Car. Doesn't ring a bell. Oops. So, this water, it is, I think. Yeah, water south. Could this be the Djibouti? So maybe this could be Croatia. It looks like it kind of looks like Croatian language. I'm not sure about the signage. I'm struggle to remember that. So how far south will I commit here? Maybe all the way south? No, I'm a coward. I'm going to commit midway down here. Nearby Pag. Okay. That was not too bad. 36 kilometres away. Very happy. And I don't think that the Djibouti was very visible, so... Very nice. Great. Well, there was a massive Croatian flag there, so I can't really claim too much. Is it driving right here? Looks like an Argentinian plate, but I can't imagine it is. It's like, they're driving left or right? That's my question here. I think they're driving left. It should be. Yeah, driving left. I thought Enterprise 9 Bellion. I don't think that's a flag. I think there's washing up there. But I did think probably Indonesia. The mountains. I hope it's not Malaysia. I've been kind of... Oh, Awas is probably Malaysia. Mountains, I would think it's probably in Sarawak somewhere. I'll try the north. Okay, it was. Nearby the Tampi Tampi Resort. There's an archaeological site. I forget where those pygmy humans come from. I think that might be Indonesia. Might be human archaeology, 217 kilometres away. Very dramatic snow-capped mountains here. Got speed limit. Actually, I don't know what Alaska looks like, but I wonder if this is Alaska. I've probably only ever had 2 Alaskan rounds before. Glacier Avenue and Whittier Road, I think. I'm not sure. It's got something on the street sign here, which is probably quite telling, but I don't know. Is that a picture of Alaska? Got these snow white poles, which is kind of unusual as well. I've kind of convinced myself this is Alaska, so I'll probably plonk there somewhere. Just because it looks pretty formidable in terms of the mountains. Yellow front plate. Like Anchor. This is a grocery store and museum by the looks. Prince William Sound. I do not know where Prince William Sound is, but it says Alaska Legends. I feel like that's helpful. Yellow front plate's like New York City or whatever. What was the name of the sound? Prince William Sound. I thought maybe near Anchorage. Here's Anchor Point. I think we're actually in Anchor, not Anchor Point. Surely the Prince William Sound shows up. Moses Point Fishing Village. Oh my gosh. I would have thought it's near Anchorage, surely. Fire Island. What is this sound? It's like a deep water or something. I feel like this is something I should have known, but I don't know. Should I go near Anchor Point or Anchorage? And of course Russia's right there. That's crazy. Just that little bit between Russia and America. Wales, York. I'm sure that won't create any problems in the future. I'm going to say it's near Anchorage. I don't know. King Salmon. It's got to be the Bering Sea. I'm just going to go nearby Anchorage here. It's got mountains nearby. Yeah, okay. It's probably fine. We were actually in... Whittier. I think... on Whittier Street. I think the place is actually called Whittier. It's a passage canal here. Or canage? Canal. Something on my screen, I think. That could have been better, but it could have been worse. 103 kilometres away. Okay. I should remember what country has the piles of sticks. I think it's for building materials or fences or something like this. But I don't recall. Got grass-roofed huts. And then... is that a flag? Can't really read anything that says. This is Sisala constituency. Lilic something. Yeah. Africa's a problem for me a lot of the time. My best guess here is it's got the knobbly poles too. Like DIY poles. I wondered about Kenya or something like that. I feel like I've seen this exact flag. The Canada supported research or whatever. Humanitarian efforts. Humanitarian support from Canada. So I should have remembered that, which I didn't. So what are the options? I'd like to see what side of the road they're driving on. That would be helpful. really read any of this. It's fairly remote. Some basic school, and then it's got the place name there. Oh, this flag. Surely that's a Kenyan flag, right? It's fairly dry, but not too dry. I'll go here. Oh, that was a Ghanaian flag. Oh my god. Okay, black, red, green. Red, yellow, green. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. So that was Ghana, 18738. Shocking last round. Number 9. It says Blue Vista. And it's got like some private bollards, I guess. That's cool. Tall with circular reflectors. And then some Australian reflectors. Blue Vista. Is that a... No, I thought it was a palm tree there. This could be like the Blue Mountains or something, not too sure. It's a yellow reflector here. Is that a regular thing? I'm not familiar with it. That's got to be something odd, surely. It doesn't look alpine. Normally I'd think like unusual infrastructures like in the mountains. It should be obvious with that yellow bollard. It's probably Western Australia or something weird. Always seems like Western Australia's got something weird going on. Or Tasmania. I don't think it's Tasmania. It doesn't really look like Western Australia either. I would have said, I don't know, south of Sydney or something like that. It'd be good if I could get to a place name, potentially. What's with the yellow bollards? That's got to be a thing, surely. School bus turning, that doesn't tell me anything. Probably going to plonk this somewhere in New South Wales and absolutely regret it. Maybe I should fast travel a little bit. See if I can get to some good signage. Problem is that the screen refresh isn't great, so I tend to miss a lot when I fast travel. Okay, another arrow. I wonder how much we spend on pointless directional signs. I guess in the grand scheme of things it's not much, but I feel like we could cut down by 10%. I don't know. I don't know about these yellow bollards. These mountains, this surely got to be like somewhere out here. South of Bathurst? What direction are those mountains in? Kind of like west? Maybe it's further closer here. Oh, wow. It was Queensland, nearby Billawheeler. That's annoying. I just thought with the yellow bollards there, 1,000 kilometres away. I grew up in Queensland. I swear I've never seen a yellow bollard. Bridge Drive. This kind of looks like Australia as well. Yellow front plates. Sinclair Street. Wattle Wharf and Reserve. I don't know Wattle Wharf or Reserve. says some Shire Council there, which could be useful, but I can't quite make it out. No, I can't. This looks like freshwater, which is kind of interesting. And these things I'm not familiar with. Should probably travel along, see this major road here. The yellow plates. It's a genuine Winnebago. I don't think this could be Australia. Oh, that says Birdsville, which is a place in Australia. So I just shut my mouth for a little bit here. Low clearance, 45 metres. It's got to be Australia. Birdsville is like a remote place, so I don't think we're actually in Birdsville. I don't know about Wardle. Yellow plates you'd think is New South Wales. Although I've been stung with New South Wales just that previous round. Fitzroy Park. Got the wharf, the toilets. It's like an old Queenslander here though. The end of the cycle track. Isn't there a major road up here? I wonder if the Shire Council is a bit more. No, I can't read. I just can't read what that Shire Council is. The river looked freshwater, and I've not seen that. I don't know what that structure on the bridge was. Speed kills me, a koala. That's not funny. It's probably true. I think bushfires take out a lot more koalas. So this is a major road. Fitzroy Park, which there is a Fitzroy in Melbourne, but I don't think that's the call here. Not sure what that is on the bin either. Which way to go? This maybe something up here. Got a road number, here we go, the 28. Again, I think it says the council on it, but I can't quite make it out. So my initial thought was New South Wales. It's a pretty minor road though, the 28, by the looks. Like a heritage trail or something. Yeah, I don't think that's helpful. I need something else. Yellow plates, definitely New South Wales, surely. Try and convince myself of that. Decker Industries, that's not helpful. What about the... that's a mobile number. I do know the area codes for Australia, so that's the one... The area codes I do know, which rarely ever comes up. I'm looking for an O2. Man, it's pretty damp here, for sure. These are paperbark trees. Rural supplies. I guess we're rural. I wonder how close to the ocean it is. There's some pretty big boats there. Presumably the river leads to the ocean fairly soon. This kind of looks like some parts of Queensland nearby where I grew up, but I think those yellow plates, they can't be Queensland, surely. Wardell. Oh no, I'm going to plonk this somewhere. Actually, there's a couple of signs up here. I'll just have a quick look. I'd rather signs going the other way because I want to know what's outside of this town. Parts of Wardell have 50km/h streets. I don't know where Wardell is, that's a problem. I'll near Barrington Tops National Park. I'm pretty sure that's a shocking guess. It's actually a lot further north. There's Wardell. 413 kilometres away. I feel like I deserve better for that. Anyway, 4,000 points. And is that driving left? I guess there's some obstruction on the road here. What is this structure? It's pretty interesting. It's got eucalypts again, which a lot of South America does. I think that maybe then, yeah, they are eucalypts. Very red soil. And it looks like they've fixed the road. I'm not sure about that aerial on the van. I'm not. They're driving left. Yellow back plates. They're riding left. Yeah, I don't know about this aerial. Check out this post. I don't think they could. This is Africa, is it? I think that says Kenya. Or it says Kenya. Maybe it's not Kenya. That was my impression. Yellow backplates. It could be Uganda. I feel like Uganda's more overgrown than Kenya. I don't know that to be true, but just gonna plonk it, I think. I should probably hedge towards Kenya. Wow, it's just over the border. Nearby the airport. Can't believe how often it's nearby the airport and I just don't see the airport. So it was Kenya, that's disappointing. It did say Kenya, but I wasn't sure it was trying to say Kenya or what. So, Gobierno Regional de Los Lagos. I'm not familiar. Oh, that must be the Los Lagos. I'm not familiar with Los Lagos. I actually got dollars listed here. And Spanish. How many dollars is that? 44 million. It's in Chile. Los Lagos, I'm not familiar with, I don't think. Let's have a quick look. Where could it be? It seems like a decent lake. Chile's so long. It's very annoying. So this lake is south. It's pretty extensive. And it's not really dry here, so I'm going to guess further south. Are there mountains? Hills. I'd say hills. Not exactly mountains. Well, I guess I'm going to find out where Los Lagos is. Here's a big lake. Or here. I think it's smaller than that. I kind of want somewhere with less mountains, I think. Looks like a fairly standard lake. It's not got a lot of features like this. I think I'm just going to make a poor guess here. I'm going to go fairly south and I'll just go over here. The lake's south, so maybe I should... We're right on the lake, so something like this. Puerto Puma. Yeah. Okay. That's not actually a lake. It's kind of annoying. 462 kilometers away. Is Los Lagos listed here? Not really. It's not a lake. I don't understand what they're talking about. It's very vexing. And got Cumpel, Mi Cumpel. It's like Spanish. There's a 5-6, which looks like a country code, but I don't know 5-6. I mean, I should be able to work this out, surely. Here we go. The signage is, what's with the Z here? Juzgado. That's concerning. I think it's, is that a Chilean flag again? I think it is. Or actually, I think that's a star in the, yeah, because the Panamanian flag is kind of the similar colours, and I think it has stars as well. Back-to-back Chile is terrifying. What else do I know about Chile? I know a couple of bollards from Chile. I don't think that's particularly useful in this circumstance. They've got dulces chilenos, which is Chilean sweets, I guess. So we've got mountains to the west. Again, it's not that dry. Could be not too far from Santiago. I'll go south of Santiago a little bit. It's probably all the way south. Okay, 57 kilometers away, that's not too bad. Yeah, there's mountains all through here, that was fine, I guess. We were in Curacaví, near the Santa Isabel supermarket. Oh, there's a different Dulces Lulu, sorry. So 57 kilometers, pretty happy with that. 20,000, going back up. Probably got another couple of games in me. This is probably Brazil, I guess. It's not typical Brazil, I'd say. This is more like La Pampa that I imagine. Like open rolling, low grass hills. Cool hat. So I'm not sure whereabouts. I'm sure it's probably Brazil. Couldn't be wrong, surely, with those telegraph poles. Utility poles, I guess. What does it say? Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's like a Portuguese style pole. What's with that flag? I don't think it's the national flag. It could be Ukrainian, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's some kind of support flag. These are really, with the holes there, I think that's like typically Portuguese. Which should check out for Brazil, but don't often see... Is that a Canadian flag? No, it's just a sign. Don't often see these in Brazil, so I'm not sure exactly where we are. Which is typical of Brazil, so... I don't see any pines. I'll go instead of Minas Gerais. Okay, I was further north. On the way to Recife. 1,200 kilometers away. I feel like that was not a bad guess. This is probably Chile again. Got the bus shelter. It seems like that would be a dusty wait. at this bus shelter. It's got a number on it, so I guess that's fine. Otherwise, good use of seating. It doesn't offer too much protection unless the rain's absolutely vertical. And it's a bit dusty there, so I don't know. Not a great effort. 5. I'm rating that one a 5. Colosso I'm not familiar with. He's got dolphin fishing. That'll bring in the tourists. And whales. And a big ship here. Some tiny fishing boats as well. This is a kind of an interesting place. Antofagasta. I don't know how close it is, but I think I can track down Antofagasta, surely. Here it is. Playa Amarilla is Yellow Beach, I think. Playa Blanca, White Beach. Playa Amarilla. This should be a fairly good guess, I would think. And Colosso's nearby. Don't know my odds of finding Colosso. Fala Colosso. So it's got to be somewhere around here, right? There aren't any houses. There's this little spit where I guess they're some kind of mining, and then it bends around. Where was I? Should I go around the corner? How far is this Colosso? It's probably fine for like 4,990 points or something. El Rincon de Colosso. I forget what Rincon means. Here's the... oh, that's not dolphin fishing, but something like that. Got some houses on the ridge here. They've got... Restaurant El... I can't quite read it. Let's see if that shows up. It doesn't really. It's somewhere along here. I've got empanadas. I miss empanadas in South America. But, so we're not at... we're past the Yellow Beach. Where's Antofagasta? There. With this side, maybe we're over here. Ah, here. Near the port. Okay. Something like that. I don't think that's it either. Something like that anyway. Okay. Oh, that's annoying, but fine. 4999. Typical. I feel like if I was less lazy I could have 5k'd that, but not to worry. And now suddenly we're in, it's Alberta or something. Kind of thought Russia. I've got to get a bigger cover for my mouse. Blanket to cover it. I think this is Alberta. I think those bollards are Albertan. Just from memory, which is the worst way to remember things. It's with my memory. But, yeah, I don't really want to travel too far here. I'll just plonk it somewhere in Alberta. What are we going? Northish, southish? There can't be too many roads. We're on the way between Edmonton and Calgary, surely. We're north of Edmonton, but 380 kilometres. A good pick-up on the bollards there. I am improving, don't worry. It doesn't always appear that way, but a few steps forward, a few steps back. So I've got like a ladder pole here. Again, the holes. I felt like that was not a very Brazilian thing, but maybe I'm wrong. That's a pretty hefty pole too. Got a nice little rest area here on the traffic island. See this sign. Got palms again, so it's maybe a kind of similar area. I don't know if that says anything. I'm not sure about Duna, whether the ocean's this way. I think so, probably north. So last time it was somewhere up here, south of Recife. I'll go for that. I think that seems legit. Okay, it was further north. Along the coast, north along the coast from Fortaleza, but 718 kilometres, so I'm definitely getting better. This is probably like Lithuania or something. Do they have Cyrillic in no, it's probably Russia. Or Ukraine. Painting the trees white at the base, surely that's more of a Russian thing. I'm not too sure. If this is Russia, I think it's probably actually quite close to Ukraine down here. I'm going to go near Shakati. Oh, it was Ukraine. That's disappointing. Still, 375 points for that region. Not too bad, 19,000. I think this is going to be my last game. Should probably do something. I don't know exactly what I'll do. I should shave my beard. Driving left here. A ton of mountains. Surely this is New Zealand or something. Could be South Africa. Hang on. Let me just check a little bit. Let's check things out a little bit. Wolseley Primary. I think that should be New Zealand. I'd like to see a little more. Watershed. Some pretty large roads here. AGS Church. I'm not sure about crossings in New Zealand. Never actually. I'm thinking this is not New Zealand. Let me just. This is somewhere odd. Odder than New Zealand. What is that plate? Yellow with black in the middle. Is this going to be like ZA? It is South Africa. I thought it was odder than South Africa even. So there are 46 and 43. Worcester. What else is there? I want to see the other way. Worcester, 43 and 46. Hopefully that's not too hard to find. I guess we're in Wolseley or something. I feel a bit bad saying that was New Zealand to start with. Because it's kind of like, not really like it. It's just odd. Whenever it's kind of like left driving and odd, I always think New Zealand, but obviously South Africa's always an option. 46, 43. I should probably work out the road system in some countries. Here's 40, oh that's an M. 53. And that's the border? Yeah. Got the R31. Let's try and get an appropriate zoom level here. Don't know how much scanning I'm willing to do here. There's actually a bunch of mountains, so maybe that's over here. .46 and 43. Let's need some 40s. There's a 56. .61s. I hope I haven't missed anything. That would be annoying. Aha, 43. And now we just need the 46. Or here's Worcester. And I think we're on the way to Worcester, right? Yeah, and Tollbag. We're between them. Okay, that's good. If I can find Tollbag. We're in Wolseley. Should I try? Okay, let's have a look and see if I can. Let's try and 5k this if I can. No street names? Well, that's disappointing. Okay, I'm backing away from 5k'ing this. If there were street names, I think that's achievable, but I don't think they're listed. How does one navigate without street names? I guess even with Google Maps now, you don't even need the street names. You just follow whatever the map says. Was there anything interesting here? Okay, so the primary school and the sports fields. Some sports fields. Penny whistle fun in South Africa. What? I don't know what that means. Penny whistle fun in South Africa. They've got the aircon doctor. Got a substation. Surely these are the sports fields. School or something here. Rough Lang Street. Albert Street. I don't know. Wolfpack Wolseley. It's kind of convenient to have a street name. So we're kind of going south, and then the school is to the east. Yeah, something like that. I don't know, somewhere here. Ugh, fine. 1.5 kilometers away. Yeah, I didn't exactly spend too much time on that. What was the penny whistle fun in South Africa? In typing one-handed because I got one on the mouse. And I do not want to let go of the mouse. Penny whistle fun in South Africa. Just a description of what it is would be helpful. Let's see outside. I want to see some photos. I don't know what that is. Penny whistle fun in South Africa. My mind is blown. I have no idea what that is. Anyway. Oh, hello. So. Oh, darn. Let's try and see these signs here. Doha. The Pearl and the airport. This building I'm not familiar with. It's like a Valibo Hotel. Let's check Doha. Which way is Doha here? Is south to Doha. Now we've just got to locate here. South to Doha. And we're actually on a freeway kind of. So it's either this one. I should probably just plonk it actually. Like, why bother? I got the laundry here. I didn't see that. Surely the hotel shows up somewhere here, but who cares? I'm not sure how far out we are. Maybe here. Ooh, it was a lot further in. That's fine. 4949 on the expressway. Oh gosh. This is like the opposite. There's nothing about. This is an interesting road. I guess it's to provide traction in wet weather. And a whole bunch of these yellow flowers, which I'm not familiar with. I don't know about this concrete road. I don't recall having seen it before. With all these mountains in the background. And some barbecues. Some people are barbecuing by the looks. Surely these mountains should... sparsely populated. This odd road. And those mountains. I just say that because I've got no clue exactly where I am here. Or even vaguely where I am. I've got no continent. I thought Europe, but that could well be wrong. Just want to get down the bottom of the hill here and see what's going on. Just want to get down the bottom of the hill here and see what's going on. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I've got 8 minutes left. It's boring viewing, but what can you do? There's a car ahead of us. It's a yellow centre line. So the road's... it's the Americas, I guess. I don't know, this doesn't remind me of... I guess it's like South America or something, but... all these yellow flowers and those weird mountains, I'm not too sure what to make of it. Just needs something helpful. There's a fellow. It's not too helpful. Here we go. Guatemala. Oh my gosh. The volcano and lagoon Ipala. Laguna de Ipala. In Guatemala. Guatemala's not huge, surely you could find a lagoon here. That's not it. Man, I thought I'd stumbled on it straight away that this is Isabel. We're looking for Ipala. Yeah? Yeah, Ipala. And that's not it either. There can't be too many. That's El Punto or something. That's annoying. Would be nice to go the other way and see, maybe I should just plonk this. Why am I looking for Ipala? No, I saw that one already. Calderas, I think. There was a volcano, so maybe it's La Aurora. That's not it. Yeah, they said volcano and lake. Well, I don't know. Itza, that's kind of it. Oh my, you got a whole ton of lagoons, not the ones I'm looking for. You got Piku, oh my gosh. I'm just gonna plonk this in the middle. Okay, oh there's Upala, nice, and there's the volcano and lagoon. Kind of a cool place, absolutely a cool place. I can see why I was confused by the foliage there because it's not typical, I'd say, of a lot of South America. So obviously it was Central America. It's got Aero Taxi. Surely there's an airport nearby here. Hey, what happened to that sign? There it is. So, got the Parque Natural zoos nearby. I'm not sure what Padre Abad means. Abad father? I don't know the country. Oh, what's going on here? That's giant. That's enormous. I think this is in... I've never seen this fellow before. He's got some abs on him. That's very good. So, got Tres Cruces, which is 3 crosses. Ah, is this Danino? It's a premium. I've never had 3 crosses. Las mejores marcas las... Oh my gosh, where are we? I don't think those are these Colombian plates? They might be. Not a lot of yellow plates, so I'm not too sure. They've got the airport nearby. San Juan beer. That's a cool looking beer. It's got a jaguar on there or something, a leopard. Still not entirely sure where we are. It's Ecuador or something. I'm so bad at this. Unless it's Central America. Probably should just plonk this in Ecuador before I embarrass myself anymore. I wonder if the turtles refer to... What's that? No, that's not a flag. I wonder if the turtles refer to like the Galapagos or something. Maybe. I'm just going to plonk this somewhere in Ecuador and move on. It's kind of a large place. Is there an... Oh, who cares? Like that. Okay, it was actually Peru. That's annoying. I should have checked out what the deal with that guy with his shirt off was. Cuyenco. What's this sign say? I think my mind is completely... Actually, the Q Road in Los Angeles. Is this Guatemala again or something? The poles aren't painted. Here's a bus shelter. I should be able to track down the Q roads. This is fee standard. It's like a backyard shed. The construction is exactly like the backyard shed when I was growing up. Not the best. They've maximised the seating. No bin, no signage. I'll give that a 5. Los Angeles on the Q3. It's got to be Panama or something. Or Guatemala again. Something like that, surely. I don't think they've got any roads here. Am I missing something? see are there any Q roads here? Maybe not. Is there a Los Angeles? Surely. So, let's just look a little further. This is Brazil. Nascimento. Nascimento is familiar to me. Is this Ecuador? For E-roads for Ecuador. I just thought maybe Q for Quito. What is this? So if... Am I missing something here? It's got Pare, which is surely South America, right? Ah, hang on. Man, I'm completely at a loss. Why? Maybe. Brazil? Could it be Brazil? Surely the pole's kind of Brazilian. Maybe I should have thought of that to start with. I don't know about Q roads though. Where would Los Angeles be? I don't know, I'll plonk it here. Where's Chile? What a... Here's Los Angeles, Nacimiento. And that's the Q roads. I don't know why I didn't know that. Very annoying. Anyway, that's me for the day. I think I'll be back tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. I'm not sure about the morning. It's kind of got work and whatnot. But